And here we are, we're showing you the pipe that's coming in, the suction and liquid pipe that's coming in from the rooftop. We were going to put in an oil trap in here, but the pipe is very close to the wooden ceiling, and so putting in an oil trap, it's not gonna do much anyway, because number one, it's going to be at an angle. Number two, it's kind of dangerous to do it whenever you do a job like that. It's very close to combustible materials. But what we'll do is we'll show you the other one, which we did, and you could see over there. Now this one's got plenty of room, and this is usually used on lines that are 80 feet long and above, but we don't believe the line distance is more than 80 feet, because there's only 4 stories from the rooftop to the basement, and each section is about 15 height. The ceiling is about 15 feet in height, so we're talking 60 feet in here. We still have some leeway. And we're back on the rooftop. What we're going to do now is pressurize the system to see if there's any leakage. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's decrease this. Make sure it's completely off. Turn it on. And we got about 1,500 pounds of pressure there. And so let's give it some air. This is nitrogen. I'll give you a little bit. I'd say let's go ahead with 100 pounds first. Put it right there, 100 pounds. And we open this up. We should see 100 pounds come in. And so right about there, we got about 100 pounds on the gauge. And let's shut it off and see what the actual pressure is. Not 100 pounds yet, so it's still pressurizing. I'm just wait a little bit until it touches 100 pounds. Shut it off again, see where we're at, and we're off there. And so we got a little bit slightly about 100 pounds. And what we do is we don't need this anymore. We shut it off, and we monitor to see if there's any drop in pressure. If there's no drop in pressure, we'll go ahead and do the vacuum. The smoking or the boiling of the moisture is somewhat minimized, so why don't we open up our vacuum gauge and see if we're getting a reading now. To get a reading, you have to be pretty close to 30 inches of vacuum. So let's close out our gas ballast. The reason we're doing this is to preserve our oil and not contaminate as much. And so let's turn it on and see if we get a reading on our micron gauge. And it looks like it shut off, so let's turn it on again and see if we're getting a reading now. There it is, we're getting a reading. What we're going to do now is go out to lunch and come back and see where we're at. For now, we're going to sign off, and because once we come back, all we got to do now is just turn on the refrigerant and release it into the UNICO air handler, and then try it out. Check for superheat, make sure everything's okay, subcooling. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you again. This is Joe from Handyman of America saying goodbye.